Hi, I thought I'd share one more preschool story. I have not driven my preschoolers for quite some time. So I was out picking up my five little guys. And when I picked up number three, they sit in specific seats so that they get along because one kind of picks on another one. And when I picked up number three, I'm like, oh crap, I only have four car seats and I have to pick up five kids. So I radioed in and they were sending a bus out to us to give us a fifth car seat. Now, it took a little while, but when the bus showed up, the kids were like, "Hey, Miss Lana, the big bus is rescuing the little bus." I said, "Yeah, that's exactly what's happening." But exactly what happened was we ended up being like 15 minutes late. What that means is my next pickup, let's say his name is Timmy. I pick up one little boy from a school and he is about 10, and he hops on and he goes, "I had a great day." I said, "That's great." I said, "I'm sorry I'm so late. Do you want to know why I'm late?" And so I started telling him the story. And he goes, "Well, fill in the blank." And he's very, very graphic kind of kid. So I'm like, okay, I kept telling him my story. And then he was like, "Well, Jesus Christ." And I'm like, oh, okay, this is getting better by the minute. So I do know he loves cars. He especially loves Teslas and notices them everywhere he goes. So I thought, well, we're going to redirect and talk about cars instead of swearing. And so we did, but then all of a sudden he started asking me, he goes, well, or telling me, he's like, there's a God. And I go, "There is? Tell me more about that." So he was sharing that. I just have to look because he was sharing that there's good and there's bad, and there's good and there's evil, and that God would want us to help people. I mean, this was a whole thing. Help people. When I grow up, I'm going to be a millionaire, he says, and I'm going to help people. And I said, "How are you going to do that?" And he goes, "Well, I'm going to help homeless people and people that need money. And I'm just going to help people because that's what God would want us to do." Right? And how different from the beginning of the conversation from when I picked him up. He also talked about the fact that, did I know that heaven had a gate? And I go, "Well, I've heard that. I've never been there, but I've heard that before." So we got continuing to talk about it. And then he just was like, there is good and there's evil, and we need to be good because God wants us to be good. And I guess my point for sharing this story is how different from a child who goes to a special school because he's pretty graphic and pretty out there, but he knew who God was. So I thought that was pretty amazing. So that's my share for the day. You have an amazing day.